Hey, what's up guys, this is Astranox and I'm back from another Epic 7 video. So the buffs and the nerfs are coming up. March 4th week update information. This was just released a few minutes ago. And yeah, let's go through this stuff. Awakening effect improvements in the next week update. The following effects: effectiveness, effect resistance, crit chance, crit damage after awakening will be increased. So here are the changes before and after. Looks like doubling up for effectiveness and effect resistance, smaller increase for crit chance and critical hit damage, but good stuff. Hero balancing changes. Certain hero will receive changes in the next week's update. Falconer Kluri and Kluri will be nerfed and therefore available for recall. Once recall, players will receive any runes used for skill tree, and Falconer Kluri will revert back to regular Kluri. However, once Kluri reaches level 50, she may be specialty changed without recompleting the specialty change quest. That's good, okay. But the the nerf to Kluri, that's almost all I checked, but it's it's not that huge, to be honest. This thing here, flurry attacks cooldown will be increased by 1 turn. So yeah, you can see that before and after it's just 1 turn increase. Nothing insane, like it's still 100% chance for everything to be applied here, removed and applied. This thing here, it was definitely too strong. The trust rune effect will be changed. So now instead of 15% chance, it's 10%, and instead of giving Kluri an extra turn right away instantly, it's gonna increase her combat readiness by 50%. And so many times, like, the enemy Kluri just like gained another turn clearing the debuff that I applied, or just like, and also healing herself, and just even like shortening the cooldown of her ultimate much faster than she was supposed to. And like, you just get bad luck streaks like this. But anyways, that's the nerfs for her. Specimen says is getting buffed, so 50% chance to stun for 1 turn instead of 35%. Now on this, the AoE attack here that boosts his combat readiness, everything is the same. Minus, he's getting a chance to stun on that AoE attack. It's pretty crazy because he can combo this with the ultimate afterward on whoever gets stunned. It's a 30% chance to stun for 1 turn. And then Light Storm, like, wow, resets cooldown of Light Storm if the enemy is defeated. So it's the same as it was before, but now resets the cooldown if you kill the enemy. So yeah, that's not gonna be hard to do if you attack someone that's stunned, unless they have insane amount of health, because it penetrates their defense fully. But if they still have a ton of health and you don't deal enough damage, let's say you don't have attack buff, yeah, you won't be able to reset the cooldown. But still, big buffs for Specimen says. Spectre Tenebria, 5-star Mage Dark. Poison blast damage will be increased by 20%. So yeah, that's good. That is definitely good. Nightmare Illusions effect will be changed, and now the change is before and after. Well, I'll read the after. The caster cannot be targeted if allied heroes remain. What? Every time someone is defeated, the caster's attack and defense will increase by 7%, max 10%, can be stacked up to 5 times. Okay, so in PvE, you can just like kill some trash monsters, normal monsters, and you're gonna get the buff, which is gonna carry over between waves. You can use her in a labyrinth. You can use her in a raid and just build up this buff, which is great. Attack and defense increase. But yeah, before it was when an enemy is defeated, the range of poison blast extends to 2 enemies. Damage dealt by a poison enemy is decreased by 20%. When the effect is granted more than once, only the strongest effect is applied. So before it was something to increase your team's survival, because your whole team was, I mean, the enemy was dealing less damage toward your team when they were poisoned, unless they were immune to poison, and there's a lot of poison immunity in raid and in some yeah, in raids. So yeah, interesting. This is very strong. I mean, especially the part the caster cannot be targeted if allied hero remain. That's like stealth, but it's different. It looks to be, this is gonna be a passive. It's not gonna be something that can be removed. Very cool. Skill enhancement effect will be changed to the following. Okay. All stat increase. Okay, let's move on. Endless Nightmare will have an added stun effect. Okay. So it's the same as before. This is the awakening. Wait, this is the awakening. Before, after. Okay. Stun the enemy for 1 turn. And Endless Nightmare. If the enemy is defeated. Anyways, that's cool. That's cool. Okay, auxiliary lot. Black magic effect will be changed. What is changed here? Increase attack of the caster 1 turn. That was skill 1 of auxiliary lot. Okay, 15% combat readiness increase. That makes more sense. And the mana injection effect will be changed. What is changed here? It gave 100% combat readiness to an ally plus attack buff for 2 turns before. Now it increased the attack of auxiliary lots as well. Oh, and 30% combat readiness. So yeah, buff. Desolation silence effect duration will be increased. Attacks all enemies. 75% chance to silence for 2 turns. That is very strong. Yeah, I mean, that's 2 turns instead of 1. That's very strong. Kitty Clarissa. A buff to meow, I'm angry. Okay. Awaken buff duration decrease will increase by a turn. Okay, I never really looked at her kit that much beside when she was implemented in the patch. But yeah, awaken buff duration decrease will increase by a turn. Okay, so I'll get back to that, I guess. Cooldown will be decreased by 1 turn, and the loveliness buff will no longer be able to be dispelled. Okay, that's very good. That's very good because yeah, when you have a hero that relies on a buff for like it's part of the hero's core, and if it can be stripped, if it can be removed, that definitely that is a big issue. Assassin Sid, swift action effect will be changed. I have Assassin Sid, didn't build him yet. So before, when enemy is defeated, targets the enemy with the least health for 2 turns. When you target someone, it's a debuff, and you deal your whole team can deal 15% extra damage against that target. Increase the speed of the caster by 30%, max is 50. So now what it does is increase caster's combat readiness by 15%, maximum 30%. Increase attack for 1 turn. What? Yeah, I mean, that's pretty cool. Can be activated once per turn. So I mean, as soon as he got some killing going, he's just gonna increase his own attack and boost his combat readiness. I mean, that he can be a good farmer with that, because attack buffs, that's 50% attack increase, and the combat readiness definitely is helpful as well. So here we've got skill enhancement effect before and after. Increase combat readiness, yeah, so yeah, go up to 30% combat readiness increase after an enemy dies. Executions combat readiness decrease effect will be increased. Okay, so this it used to silence for 1 turn and decrease the combat readiness of the target. And damage proportional to the caster and the enemy speed. But now, okay, reduction of 50% combat readiness. That is, that's a lot. But yeah, that's the only change. But still, a nice improvement. Because he's got an insane amount of base speed, and having him go first is not that hard. So if you just you press the hourglass at the top left, you check who on the enemy team is about to go, usually their combat readiness booster, and then you ult that target, and yeah, you just silence that target, and or you decrease its combat readiness by 50%, which is huge, and then maybe your combat readiness booster now is the one that's gonna go, and then you basically gain the first turn for your whole team, wiping out their biggest threats, and it's a game changer, really. Tywin, okay, all out attack, decreased defense chance will be increased 100%. Okay, this had to be 100% before. I don't know why it wasn't. Like, Tywin's a 5-star, and the amount of skill ups he actually needs is pretty crazy. But now that is very good. That's very good. 100% chance. Okay. That's the only change, and that's yeah, it's very good. Cecilia, ruinous retribution provoke chance will be increased. Oh god. Okay. I mean, let's see here. 100%. Wow. 100% chance now. Like, when Cecilia goes in arena, whatever, arena, guild war, it is so annoying. You get your whole team like provoked, but now it is definitely 100% chance. But I mean, if you use immunity, it depends what kind of team you're running, but yeah, you could have someone apply debuff immunity on your team. You could be running a slower team with a bunch of immunity sets on your whole on every hero. You could have high effect resistance on a support and just clear those debuffs too. Yeah, I mean, one change, but like for Tywin, that's huge. For Cecilia, that's huge. Bazaar. Okay, Sandstorm cooldown will be decreased by 1 turn. Bazaar, he got buffed before, and now he's getting another buff. Attacks all enemies with Sand Magic, dispelling all buffs and making them unable to be buffed for 2 turns. Cooldown 6 turn, reduced to 5 turn with skill ups. That was before, and now it's 5 turn down to 4 turn with skill up. That's very good. That's quite short. I've seen some Bazaar part of the cleave comp, like you can have Bazaar plus another area damage dealer, and both of them were able to just wipe my whole team. There must have been some skill ups on both of them, but Bazaar did a lot of damage, and I was surprised by how much he actually dished out. I need to go check his multipliers. I mean, usually like this is not for PvP, this is mostly for PvE, so he can just cycle this skill. It's gonna be happening more often, because in PvP it's usually done in 1 or 2 turns. Like the first and second turn is what's gonna decide the battle, usually the first turn. Zerato, yeah, the Ice Mage 4-star. Ice Pick effect will be changed. Attacks the enemy repeatedly, and after awakening, deal increased damage when the enemy is debuffed. Now, attacks the enemy repeatedly and increases the caster's combat readiness by 50%. Well, deals increased damage if the enemy is debuffed. Yeah, so that stays the same. It's just that there's a combat readiness increase, and 50% is quite huge. Iceberg cooldown, another buff. Iceberg cooldown will be decreased by 1 turn. Attacks all enemies with a giant iceberg with a 50% chance to stun for 1 turn. So yeah, that's another good change there. You can use him with Specimen Says, some more stunning going on. Silk. When attacked, concentration effect amount of focus decrease will be reduced. When attack, concentration amount of focus decrease will be reduced. Okay. Before and after. Says gain 1 focus at the end of the turn. That didn't change, but consume 2 focus when attacked, and now it's only going to consume 1. If the caster's focus is more than 2, so 3 or more, single shot is enhanced to automatic fire and damage delta is increased. So yeah, Silk is going to be easier to have her use automatic fire. So in turn, she's gonna just end up dealing more damage over the course of like long battles and stuff like that. Storm Arrow, decreased speed chance will be increased. Yes. Yes, okay. That's right, 100% chance now. Like, why did it have to be like not 100% chance before? Anyways, it got changed. It's gonna get changed. Crozet, Mark of Protection effect will be changed. Cast a barrier over an ally for 2... Okay, wait a second. Okay, before and after. Cast a barrier over an ally for 2 turns and increase defense for 2 turns when an attack causes their health to fall below 50%. Barrier strength increase proportional to the target's max health, can be activated once every 2 turns. So you're getting a defense buff for 2 turns on whoever it triggers on if their health falls below 50%. That's cool. That's cool. MolaGora improvement. March 4 tweak update will decrease the amount of MolaGoras needed for skill enhancement and improve the MolaGora exchange process. Skill enhancement, MolaGora requirement decrease. 30% decrease, that's good. So this is the total amount of MolaGoras for... What is it? For the whole hero? Is that it? That's quite huge. Like 30% decrease is very good. It's very good. Good. All right. Excess MolaGoras used compared to the new decrease requirement will be returned together with gold to the players in-game mailbox. Excess MolaGora gold will be returned as MolaGoras at the exchange rate of... Ooh, yes! Yes, okay, they're giving us the excess MolaGora gold in a rate of 1 to 5. So if you've been buying them, if you've been exchanging from Hoosh in the labyrinth, it's like this the secret merchant in the labyrinth. You've been buying them the MolaGora gold. You've been buying them for 4 MolaGoras, but they're giving them back at 1 to 5 ratio. I mean, as a free-to-play player, I've been getting them mostly from Abyss, the MolaGora gold, but I did exchange quite a bit actually over the course of now it's been 100. What is it? I'm closing in on almost 130 days. Is that it since global launch? I have to recheck my login. I think it's 136 days or something like that so far. But yeah, that's very good. We can exchange the 4 MolaGoras for 1 MolaGora gold in the normal section of the in-game shop. Don't have to go check the secret vendor. I mean, you should still go and check them because you can get charms for rings, necklaces, and artifacts. And also you can get Covenant bookmarks in there. So, I mean, you need to go check that every day, guys. It's been like a huge help for me. Arena Season 2 launch. Alright, so part of the 4th week update, we'll see the launch of Arena Season 2 and a new form of Arena currency. Talked about that already in the last video, the dev notes. The Arena Season 2 shop will open during April's 1st week update. So the schedule... Okay, sir. The launch is on the 1st of April, on Monday, server reset. Okay, and the shop opens on Thursday after the update. Addition of Glory Crest, that's the currency you need to buy the Unknown Slate and the new item level 88 gear from Arena. What is this? Okay, yeah. The amount of glory crests resets at the end of the season, so you need to really like spend them, or you're gonna lose them. Exclusive items in season 2. Yeah, like I said, you need glory crests with conquest points on slate, item level 88 equipment, and hero frames. That's a new thing they're adding. Decreased cost of charms in the conquest point section of the in-game shop. Oh my god, I bought so many charms in the shop. Like if I saved all these conquest points, I don't know how big of a reduction it's gonna be. I mean, it's 40, I believe, conquest point. I mean, could go down to like 30. I mean, I needed those charms to actually power up my gear. Hall of Fame. Okay, so first, second, and third highest ranked player based on the cumulative data of season 1 will be added to the Hall of Fame. Okay, Powder of Knowledge shop list update. Okay, what is the new rotation? Ooh, Elbrus Ritual Sword. Rihanna and Luciella. Celestine. Sigurd Sight, of course. Alright. Wow. Very good. Like, all of these are really good. You got Aureus too. Aureus, I mean, just like all these artifacts are very good. Cool stuff, cool stuff. Alright. Lila, Varlyn, error fix. Oh, they're fixing that thing. Players have been talking about using Lila's Varlyn. This is a mage artifact, using that on ML Araminta. So like it was removing buffs before dealing damage. So like you were able to use her this on her, remove the immunity set buff, and then stun the enemy, deal damage to them. So that was crazy. But I mean, we don't have Lila Varlyn in global. That was on the Korean server. That was part of an event in Korean server. So yeah, we don't have it anyways. I'm sure we'll have it later on. Package price update, Google Play Store. Certain countries, the price will be updated based on the current exchange rate, and they will continue changing package prices for countries that are affected by a huge change in their currency exchange rate. Thank you. All right, that's it. So overall, yeah, I mean, Kluri is the only one getting nerfed. Is it? That was it. Dian, Angelica, they're not getting nerfed. The reason why I did not talk about Moonlight Heroes getting nerfed is because in my mind they are much harder to obtain, and the player base would be very, very mad if they started nerfing Moonlight Heroes that are part of the meta, but especially the PvP meta, because in my mind they're talking about heroes which are used in so many areas of the game. So that means PvE and PvP. So like if you have a hero like Dian, which is used in so many hunts, used in raids, used in PvP arena and Guild War, that is where that's what I mean by like, and that's what they mean by a hero that is used in so many different areas. But Dian is limited, so that's why they did not nerf her. Also, a lot of players would be very mad if they started dropping some big nerfs there, especially players that pull multiple times for her to get the memory imprint unlocked. Anyways, Kluri is only a 3-star hero. I'm sure it's quite unfortunate, the nerf for some players which are heavily relying on her. She can be used in so many areas of the game. It's just insane. Kluri is everywhere. And the nerfs, to be honest, they're not that bad. I mean, you'll have to decide for yourself. You can just recall all the stuff, like the MolaGoras, all the gold, and of course all the runes that you farmed. So yeah, you'll have to decide what you're gonna do. But to be honest, the nerfs, they're not that bad. of course, there was some times where like your Kluri could just trigger this thing here, the trust rune, and just like get 2 turns. Like every time she goes, she's going twice. Then next time she goes, she's going twice again. Next time she goes, she's going twice again. And then just like using her skill 3 so often, it's just crazy. Now it's not. She's still getting a huge chunk of combat readiness, but I mean the chance drops from 15% to 10% as well. It's a big nerf if you look at it this way. Like yeah, like this like 4 times as 4 times worse. I mean yeah. No, it's not 4 times. I mean, I was just doing like some random math here real quick, but yeah, from 15 to 10% to trigger, and then you were getting 100% combat readiness before. You're getting half of that now. So yeah, I mean it's a third a reduction on the initial chance, and then it's a reduction in half for the combat readiness that she was getting. But really, like having her go twice triggering this thing. Just clearing debuffs, it was very annoying to deal with. If you're fighting a Kluri on defense, be it Guild War defense or arena defense, but of course in PvE, she was just able to use her skill 3 so much more often. They just want to have the player base use multiple heroes and not just like have one hero part of their core which can be used everywhere. And yeah, but yeah, you'll have to decide what you're gonna do with that. I mean 5 turn after skill up, for how powerful this thing is, and the fact that yes, you get 50% combat readiness with a 10% chance. Yeah, it's in most cases, like that's the thing though, even that on a long battle, you're on a defense. I mean, most times the battle is done so quick in PvP. But even anyways, it's mostly for PvE. It's mostly for PvE, but to some arena defense, sometimes like Kluri is just like annoying you for so long. I mean, she needed to be nerfed, I guess. Yeah, she needed to be nerfed. But yeah, what about DN? I mean, she's limited. They're not gonna nerf her. Moonlight, if they're not nerfing DN, like forget about Moonlight summons. They're not nerfing the Moonlight summons. Yeah, Angelica, yeah, super strong, overpowered in Wyvern and so many other areas of the game. But I mean, it's only a matter of time until they release a high base speed hero that does like more than Angelica, or just has like a similar kit but just better. I mean, she's so strong though. She's so strong. She's just very slow. But yeah. Now there was the thing about, where is it? Kitty, Clarissa, I wanted to look at. Okay, so where's that thing? So now after awakening, attack all enemies with a morning star while raging. 80% chance to decrease buff duration by 1 turn. Okay, so it's going from 1 to 2 turn decrease in buff duration against the enemy. The enemies, because it's attacks all, and make them unhealable for 2 turns. That's saying the same. And also, yeah, the chance is increased if you have the loveliness buff, which cannot be dispelled anymore. Cannot remove that anymore. So I mean, this acts as a dispel. I mean, if the enemy has, like, it doesn't matter how many buffs they have. Like, they could have 1 buff or like 5 buffs. If those buffs are only gonna last 1 or 2 turns, well, she will remove all of them, because she's just gonna decrease the duration of those buffs by 2 turns. So making 1 turn buffs or 2 turn buffs just disappearing back to 0. And it's very good. It's very good. It's not 100% chance, but it attacks the whole team, and it has to go through effect resistance. Kitty Clarissa, she's elemental neutral, so she doesn't have to deal with the elemental disadvantage, so that's a plus though. So yeah, that's a good buff. Overall, I mean, heroes that needed to be buffed got buffed, but there is a lot of heroes that still need to be buffed. I mean, especially like 3-star heroes, but they'll get to that in the future, I'm sure. But yeah, overall that's pretty good. Pretty good, especially if you have some of these heroes that got buffed. It's very good. It's very good. Alright, so that's gonna be it for this one, guys. Thanks for watching. I'm Astranox. Like, comment, and subscribe for more. Press the bell icon if you'd like to be notified whenever I release a new video, and check out my other videos. They should be on the screen right now. Alright, peace out for now.